So last week I was in court because a man who claims to be transgender threatened my life.
TERFS are abusive bullies. The movement, they say, is based on ending misogyny, and the method they have chosen to end misogyny is being incredibly cruel and bigoted toward trans people.
Okay,
I'm dating someone who doesn't know that I'm trans. As an out and proud trans woman, it's not something that I ever thought would happen. But before I knew it, she had already claimed me as hers. And now I'm facing the prospect of disclosing, and I am terrified of losing the most meaningful connection that I've ever felt with, quite literally, the most beautiful woman I have ever met in my entire life. I really don't know how you stealth trans women do this.
First off, she knows. Just so you know. We all know. Secondly, ew. How can you have a meaningful connection without being honest? You're not even being honest with the person you are saying you have the most meaningful connection to. What the heck? And also, let me just remind you, it's disgusting not to disclose your status of being a trans person with anybody that you have intimacy with. If you're going to have a coffee and talking about whatever the fuck you're talking, who cares? But when you are dating someone or getting into that space, it is really, in my opinion, that's transphobic, because that's the fear of trans. So why are you so fearful to tell somebody that you're transgender? These people are so mental. And today, thanks for coming back. Thanks for not running away, scared of me. But I'm going to expose this insanity. These people are nuts. I had a conversation real quick here with a transsexual woman friend of mine who's been transitioned. Giselle, she's been on this channel. I've interviewed her. She's amazing. She's beautiful, awesome. She's literally in alignment with me and the rest of us transsexuals, Blair and Tori and all of us. And she's just starting to feel so sad about everything. She's against kids and the indoctrination of this nonsense. And she feels like her life is just so horrible now because of these types of so-called trans people. And it's affecting us transsexuals on so many levels. This is affecting us, and why we have to continue to call these people out. So with that, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. Thank you for getting me almost to 200,000 subscribers, which is actually incredible. I never thought I could make it there, but it's all because of you guys. And thanks for liking, commenting. I told you I read these comments in the morning with the baby girl. So with that, let's get into this, because I have some really, we're gonna laugh today, but at the same time, just be completely mortified that this is our world now. It's shocking.
Let's talk about the BBC's nasty new policy of introducing all trans women with the prefix a biological male who now identifies as a woman. So what is going on here? Well, let me explain. It is very bold and clear, heavily underlined editorial bias telling you, the viewer and listener, about who to trust. We've seen it employed in recent years in coverage of Israel and Palestine, where a particular type of adjective will be used for one side, but not the other. The BBC cannot simply say the word Hamas.
Look, mister, don't entwine all of that. Let's stay on the subject here. Okay, this one is a nutcase in the UK who thinks trans women are women and you have to call them that. No, the BBC did some real bad shit, and now they're going to have to pull back and be true. The news should be about reality, okay? It should be about truth. It should not be about your belief system or whatever. It has to be grounded in truth. That's why it's called the news. Doesn't matter what you think you are. They have to now report because you fucked up and you said trans women are women, and they started reporting women, which, let me tell some of you out there, if you don't know this, because I think you'll be interested. So when trans women were committing crimes as women, they were being logged in as women's crimes. They're not women's crimes. These are men who want to be women. And so now they're being logged in as women's crimes. So the crime rate goes up for women when that's a lie. Those aren't women. If you want to do that, those are men, but they're trans women men. So why don't you make a subcategory of men? I'm under... It's so stupid. Like, it's just stupid, but it's also really hurtful for women. So no, sorry, BBC is doing the right thing, okay? They are reporting the actual factual news, because before they were not reporting the factual news. So go cry to somebody else, mister. Get ready. Jump scare.
Why can't I exist as my true self right now?
That's not your true self, that's why.
This! You don't think this is my true fucking self? What the fuck is your true self? You fucking ignorant piece of shit! Is your true self being a little fucking pussy who's shorter and feels insecure about how they are? What? Oh, you don't like coming into people's spaces and getting them uncomfortable for being their true self? You don't like when people
this
fucking do
real?
that to you? Then fucking learn and do that somewhere else and stop coming here, you fucking piece of shit!
Alright, man. I love you.
I'm not a fucking man, and you don't love me! If you loved me, you would put this fucking sign down, you would go walk, and you would thank everyone for being here authentically, as opposed to telling them with...
Okay, look, I don't even know if that's real. That's how much... So, it might not be real. This might be complete satire, but how do we know that? I don't even know that. Because this is this actually happens. But if I were to like take look at all the flags, I mean, it should be satire. But is it satire? That's the confusing thing. And I'm going to say, nah, that's real. I'm literally going to say it because this is how off the rocker these people and all the things around their neck. Because this is how off the rocker these people are. So we can't even distinguish the difference between somebody who's doing satire, making fun, and the real thing. That's how scary it is today. That's why I don't want to be anywhere connected to this insanity. It is so gross and disgusting, but it could possibly be, but I don't know, but I'm going to pretend like it's just real. Okay, check this out.
Hey guys, so if you're a cis woman and you're kind of on the fence about speaking up in favor of trans women and like advocating for them, but you're like, I don't know, man, I'm just going to get a lot of abuse. I'm going to get harassed, probably some threats. Imagine how tired they are. Like, we can handle that for short periods of time. You know what I mean? Like, redirect the abuse a little bit, but imagine how tired they are. We can handle that. If you have the privilege, you can handle it. I promise. Just post the thing.
Okay, I want to know, first off, this is a woman, okay, and calling themselves cis and telling cis women to advocate for trans women because they're being attacked. Excuse me, have you forgotten how is it a privilege to be a woman? First off, how is it a privilege in any of those spaces? I would say you definitely have lots of privilege being a man in the world. I know because I'm a woman who lives as a man, and I know there's a lot of things I probably get that wouldn't get as a woman, and I lived as a woman for half my life. So that being said, the fact that an actual woman would say this, who are these women and why do they feel the need to, you know, I'm going to use the word side because I can't think of anything else, but why do they feel the need to say insane stuff like this? Okay, women are being attacked by crazy trans people. Okay, constantly. I constantly see it. Now we have a thing called TERFS, which, you know, I have a love-hate relationship, no doubt. There's some who love me, some who hate me. I don't really care. I'm super middle ground guy. I'm here to just create a reality-based space. And that's fine. Not everyone likes you. And that's also maturity when you grow up and you realize you can't, like, no, not everyone's going to like you. And that's totally okay. I have no issues. But what I need to tell you is that I understand the TERF space. I actually totally understand why it's become that, because of the hate from these insane trans women trying to take over women's space instead of being how trans women used to be. Thank you for inviting me. No, I don't think I should show up today. You know, if I come, is everybody okay? Being very grounded around it, like Blair White, being very grounded around it. I want to bring this, because this is a good one for me to follow that with, okay?
TERFs are abusive bullies. The movement, they say, is based on ending misogyny. And the method they have chosen to end misogyny is being incredibly cruel and bigoted toward trans people. The movement itself weeds out good, inspiring, amazing feminists who really want to do the work of ending misogyny, because those people can see trans people don't have anything to do with that. Even if you shamed and bullied all trans people out of society, if misogyny wouldn't end, right? So what's left in the TERF movement are people, frankly, who get off on being abusive bullies. Period.
Don't forget, this is a man. This is a man telling you that women are abusive towards men. Because trans women are men. So it's so insane that this dude, Jeffrey Marsh, I'm going to do a whole new video on this psychopath, in my opinion, a psychopath, telling us what TERFs. I told you the reason why TERFs exist is because people like you, Jeffrey, are trying to override women's voices. You don't get to say anything about TERFs. You don't get to say anything about trans women because you're not. You're a non-binary man who thinks they're a non-binary. So you see what's happening here is all these men who think that they can advocate for women's rights and that they are women are overriding women's space and women's voice to advocate for women. This is why the TERFs came up. It's literally why they came up. And I think it started a long time more than what I know. But one of the places that I really saw it come to, ahead was during the time J.K. Rowling was just out there speaking truth. And that's when, everyone just started going nuts. And then the bigger TERF space, I even hate, as much as I hate the word cis, I also somehow just hate that term TERF. I don't know why. I feel, and it's just me, it doesn't mean you shouldn't be using it, but I feel like women just should be saying we women empowerment, women. I just feel like, because I, as a trans person, and most of the time TERF stands for it stands for trans exclusionary radical feminists. They mean trans women. They don't necessarily come after trans men at all, because we're women and we could be in that space if we wanted to. But I won't, because I just am a different kind of transsexual person who really understands space, and I don't want to cause problems. I just really don't. I just want to walk in the world and hang out and, as I told you, break bread with you. But these kind of idiot people speaking over women is the reason why TERF exists and why this has become such a shit show of a space.
So last week I was in court because a man who claims to be transgender threatened my life. And of course I put my hand on the Bible and I swore that I would tell the truth. And the defense attorney was totally telling me what I could say and not say, and the judge was allowing it.
Wow.
And they made me call him her.
Wow. See, this is what I'm trying to say. Again, this woman was forced to say something that does not align, first off, with her faith. Secondly, with reality. She just said, I put my hand on the Bible and swore to God that I would tell the truth. That means something to that lady. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian or not. It doesn't mean anything. To this lady, it means she's going to say the truth. That is not a woman. That is a man who threatened her life, who threatened her. What the fuck? How can a judge This is the other problem. We have people in our system who are deciding because of their own ideas how to proceed in a legal court. That should be illegal. It's like a pharmacist who doesn't believe in contraceptive, let's say, and decides to not fill your prescription because their own moral belief says, I'm not okay with you taking it. Fuck you. Fill my prescription and figure that out on your own time. But like there can't be some people are okay with it. There has to be a straight up reality-based thing happening here for anybody who works in government, anybody who works in a space where, like pharmaceutical just comes to my mind, they can't use their own judgment on that. It's like, no, it's a public pharmacy that you need to be doing the job when I come in with a legal prescription for something. Does that make sense? I hope it does make sense. In the same with her, she has every right to have those feelings because it's knock, 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 reality based. This, I think, is really interesting. I found this morning, and Graham Linehan, I hope I pronounced his name right. I follow him, and he went through all kinds of shit from the trans women brigade, came after him, lost his job. It was horrifying, okay? So he said, this tweet is still up despite the fact that the DEMS socials YP in Scotland are expressing solidarity with a pedo. I probably have to beep that. Okay, so I got the actual video here. This is going to blow your mind. This is actually going to blow your mind. Solidarity with Erin. Our solidarity must be with the entire working class. Trans liberation now. Now I'm going to play the video.
Hi there, conference. My name is Erin from Glasgow. When this party started, it included 2 MPs who were openly transphobic, one of whom was a landlord. This party preaches unity and equality for its working class members.
I'm sorry, I need to stop you there for calling them transphobic from the rostrum. Can you please stick to the motion?
Two members who allegedly expressed transphobic views.
So I want to read this at the bottom. So somebody put in this Erin person, Erin Browning, and here is the context to this, and this is true. This they actually cited the actual in the Scottish Sun. They cited this person here. Erin Browning was suspended from the Scottish Greens and removed as a candidate after allegations of sexual misconduct. Allegations including sending sexually explicit messages to several women, one being a 13-year-old, and trying to kiss a 13-year-old without her consent. There you go. The creeps. The creeps are in the house. They're in our politics. They're in our pharmacies. They're everywhere. They're literally everywhere. They're in our school system. They're indoctrinating people. That's a dude who's got busted for pedophilia. Okay, and now part of the Democratic Socialist Party in Scotland. It's literally infiltrated the whole world. It's so disgusting and gross. And this person should never be able to speak in a situation like that. But that just goes to show you. It goes to show you the power of these trans women / men. It just blows my mind. It blows my mind every effing day. Every effing day. These kids are in a serious, scary space. So with that, I'm going to end today with, I found a couple things that I think are quite fascinating, and I know you love when I do these, because, I'm just going to expose how creepy these dudes are. These dudes are creepy. Who puts shit like this on the internet? Look at this. Okay, look at this. What? I hope I didn't scare the shit out of you, but imagine if that came walking into the women's restroom. I am so sure. We just need to pee. You should be using the urinal or literally go pee before you leave the house. What? Oh my God. But wait, It gets even better. I'm making fun of them. I don't care. Do you know that I used to feel scared to speak out? I don't know. I feel so mad at myself for taking so long to speak out on these freaks. But that being said, I don't feel it anymore, and I'm going to totally roast all of you dudes. Okay, so here's a couple cross-dressers. Oh my God. I have to take the music out because it might be. But you know I love to put my own music in. Okay, so... oh my God. Here we go. Woo, yeah, baby. Definitely women act like this. Definitely women do that. Definitely that's how women walk. Oh my God. I just can't. I can't. Who puts themselves on the internet like that? God, it's behind. You can see them from me. Oh man. Okay, so I guess that's enough for today. Okay, so I guess I just felt like after yesterday's heavy one with these poor kids taking hormones and realizing they made a mistake, and just the depression that's coming out from these young kids, is I felt like I just needed to laugh a little bit with you guys and clear the gross, disgusting air. But wait till you see the next one I'm gonna do. Oh God, I'm gonna try to balance them out so we can laugh a little, and then maybe get a little serious, and maybe just try to find some space to stop this insanity. And so you will not believe how big baby girl is. Wow. This kid eats like literally I just stuck a bottle and fed her, and then I stop, and maybe she takes about a 15-minute break and she's hungry again. She has to be 12 pounds now. I have a doctor's appointment in a couple of weeks. Remember when I first got her, she was 6 pounds and she was not well. She was very sick. So I'm just like, she's making up for lost time, because that girl is guzzling the food, man. Like putting me out of house and home just to buy that formula. So that being said, she says hi, and she's good, and she's super healthy, and that head is big. So with that, thanks again for hitting the subscribe button. Thanks for commenting and liking and getting this to people who need to see it. So together we can just get rid of all of this insanity and get back to living some kind of norm life out there, and stop saying that trans women are women. They're not. And trans men are men. We're not. Okay? We're just this. This is who we are. Okay? So with that, I'll see you guys all on the next one. I hope you have a beautiful, awesome day.